Good morning, Borida, bon matin. Farmer Ben here once again with another one of those outrageous block rocking beats. I'm just having a quick look around my base. I think I've done most of the tasks this morning. Hello, little man. Hello, little wavy man. I could kill you. I could murder you and nobody would care. Nobody would even notice. Anyway, yes, as always, my base is just sort of ticking over as it does on its own. I can see up here my training camps. I collected my 5-star training camps today. I had another Aslar, so I was quite pleased with that, although to be fair, I've already got an Aslar, and I decided in the end that I'm not going to edit and raise up a second Aslar. It's just going to take me too long, and so he was eaten by Elena, who is currently my red hero that I'm working on. At the moment, I'm working on one hero of each colour. Relatively sound strategy. So if I look into my rosters, I can see that I'm working on Oberkhan.
My hero.
Sam's hero, Oberkhan. I'm working on June.
Also my hero.
Valeria.
Also my hero. Me and Lucy both pulled a Valeria.
Alkanen.
You pulled. Did I pull Alkanen?
I can't remember where Alkanen came up. And Elena. So one of
I
each
got
colour.
Elena.
One of each colour. I think you probably... Yeah, Sam, as you may have gathered, does most of my summoning. Now, I have taken a relatively crazy decision today that I'm going to actually spend the 75 gems on carrying on with my raid tournament. The reason being quite simply that I was thinking about this a little bit last night. Just move that up there out of the way. Having saved up like 2,400 gems to do 8 summons on the event and got nothing, I realised that at the moment all my gems are doing is summoning me disappointment, so I thought I might as well use them somewhere else for a change. So I'm going to spend 75 of my hard-won gems on the raid tournament. It will probably take me about 4 or 5 days to recoup these gems, because I am normally getting a diamond chest and reasonable Titan loot and whatever else. I can normally pick up gems relatively quickly, even as a free player. So I'm going to spend it. I'm going to complete the transaction, and I'm going to return to the battlefield. Now, here we go again. Now, I'm hopefully... the part of the reason I've decided to carry on was actually I was really enjoying the raid tournament from last time. It's nice. I'm really liking using my 3 stars again. My 3 stars, I think, had been... Well, I don't know, they just felt neglected, really. It was nice to bring them out and to do a bit of crazy fighting with them. Is that going to work? What if I got two snipers, a weakener, a buffer, and a healer? So I know I've used these terms before. The snipers are Gato and Tyrum. They are both one-hit heroes, so they both hit one opponent. Gilra is a weakener. Not sure about her for raids. I'm going to try her and see how she goes. Malia, obviously, the booster. She raises everybody's attack. And Belith as a healer. So let's see. How are we going to go? Well, let's try it and hope for a bit of luck. Come on then, Twix. I think I've learned a bit myself from this tournament. One of the things I have learned is that if my power... how am I going to explain this? So I'm quite used to fighting opponents who are quite a bit stronger than me. When I'm doing my normal raiding, I tend to end up fighting opponents whose team power is quite a bit stronger than me. I'm normally in the Diamond Arena. The Diamond Arena has got some very, very powerful heroes in it, very powerful players, and I quite often end up fighting players whose team power is several hundred above my own. Because they are more powerful than me, what I often end up having to do is do my triple colour stacking, which is what I mentioned last time, where I have 3-1-1 is my sort of hero approach. With these raids, I actually often have the more powerful hero, which is quite nice. Ooh, Millia's gone off. She's a tough Malia. She's hanging on in there. I quite often have more powerful heroes, and as such, I've kind of come to the conclusion I might possibly be better quite a lot of the time having more of the... just thinking of my move there. Hang on. Having more of... going with 2-1-1, which is not the strategy I would normally have gone for, but which seems to be paying off reasonably well in these tournaments. That said, I mean, this isn't going hugely well. It's not going hugely badly either. It's just sort of ticking over. Let's see how we're going to do here. Oh, nice yellow gem. That'll help me out quite a lot. There we are, Valen going off there. I think it's going to be a little bit too little too late for them. But yes, so it's sort of a change in tactics. I'm not used to fighting teams which are closer in power to my own, which means that this approach of 2-1-1-1 seems to allow more flexibility, more room for mistakes. Oh, excuse me, I've got a slight sore throat, so if I cough a little bit, do pardon me. So yes, that was a nice win there. That means at least I will get to use all of my my raid things. I can't actually run out altogether. Can we find an opponent? Ooh, maybe we can, maybe we can't. Well, that could be an upset. Oh, there we go. My Wi-Fi is getting me down again. Come on, Wi-Fi. Ah, here we go. Right, so a new team, a powerful team again. Not very similar in power to mine. Slightly more powerful than mine, in fact, at the moment. All of those heroes have got their raid things up. Let's swap. I'm going to swap Gilra for Gilra for one of my Banes. That leaves me with 2-1-1. I could, let's see, they're a rainbow team. Do they have anybody I need to debuff? Potentially going to want to debuff Malia. Depends if Malia goes off. I might risk going for Hawkmoon, simply because Hawkmoon is a more leveled up, has got more talent grid points than Beleeth, and they are similar in power to me. For those of you who can't hear, this is my cat who's going meow 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 because he wants his breakfast. Go right. Yes, I know. I'll feed you in a minute. I'm busy. Honestly, some cats have no respect for YouTube artists, darling. Oh, and typically, having got rid of my green, what do I get? I get a screen full of greens. Brilliant. Still, never mind. C'est la vie. Right, let's have a look. Chock in there. This hopefully will kill Chock in, because I don't really want him to go off. I'd much rather he was dead. I have got a lot of greens, typically, as I didn't take greens, which is, what's the name? Had I got, if I had my hero that I was originally planning to take, or thought who I took out, sorry, if I had got Beleeth, she would have been ready ages ago. Still, never mind. There we go, Bane. Let's just finish off Malia. Don't like her being alive. She is a dangerous one. Oh, he's coming back. He'd come back from the dead. Gatto, you swain, you should stay dead. Stay dead. So he's going to pop back up again. How many times can he do this? And how come it never seems to happen to my Gatto? You know, my Gatto seems to die and stay dead. And still, never mind. There we go. So I've beat him. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. Let's go on to the next one. Gilra is a tank. Similar sort of business, really, and probably. Well, I'm not going to swap. I may regret it again. I'm not going to swap Beleeth for Hawkmoon. I'm going to keep Hawkmoon in. At least this time I got some reds. That's a good start. And I got quite a lot of yellows. They're just not in the right places. Still, never mind. If I can get my yellow heroes charged, that would be a good start. Gilra. I'd rather Gilra doesn't go off. She's very, very annoying if she does go off for me. So I'd much rather she's dead. And fortunately, that is now going to happen. Malia, also annoying. Luckily, I'm hitting her with ones which are adverse colours to her, but she's going to get to go off. Annoying. I can't get Tyrum to go off at the moment, so I'm going to have to use Hawkmoon. I'm kind of hoping for Tyrum to pick up that extra purple tile, just to get rid of their attack boost. There we go, Tyrum's got it, although it might be too late for Tyrum. Alright, let's get rid of those boosts, because they are not my friends. Let's go for a purple line here, a yellow line. This should allow me to. Let's finish off Gatto, because what's his name over there who's going to be hanging on for a while. I'm going to try and avoid hitting Ulmer for now. I'd rather use special attacks on Ulmer if I can do it. I may not get away with it. I think I'm strong enough that I can defeat Ulmer before his attack goes off. This was the mistake I made last time, was trying to rely on tiles which weren't going to do enough damage. I don't really want that to happen. Much rather that he end up dead. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go. Let's see. Ooh, another strong team. Kind of getting used to the strong teams here. Do I need debuffers? Not desperately. One debuffer should do me. I'm going to edit in another blue. Now, unfortunately, blue is not my sort of strongest choice. I will go with Ulmer because I've leveled him up a bit. Gatto, obviously very strong. Ulmer, not so much, but gives me a couple of options. Make sure I've got the right troops. I keep forgetting to check the troops, and let's just hope for a bit of luck. Ideally, I want Namahage to go down fairly quickly. Let's go 3 in a row blue there. That should start the ball rolling, so to speak. Another line of blues over here, admittedly not hitting the person I want them to be hitting, but lots of greens on the board. That's going to be really annoying. I've got a feeling at the moment I'm not liking where this is going. I just need tons of greens. I almost certainly cannot avoid feeding up Nahamage. I don't think I'm going to manage to kill him before his mana goes off, which is very annoying. So he's given Ulmer a good tickle there. That's not going to do me many favours. I've got a feeling this one's going to be a loss. I can't see at the moment me coming back into it. Hawkmoon there, I really could have done with Hawkmoon actually staying alive. Oh, my Gatto did revive there. That's good news at least, after all those disappointing times. But yep, just simply too many greens on the screen that time. Yeah. Oh well. Never mind. A shame. If I'd have taken greens, I think it wouldn't have made a huge amount of difference. I think I still would have lost to that team. I think the greens wouldn't have allowed me to kill Namagabage. Pretty much the same team. Not exactly the same, obviously, but similar sort of business. Let's go in for it here. It just, as is often the case, it just kind of comes down to having a bit of luck at the start, and when you really know about it when luck is not on your side, which it wasn't then. Let's see if it goes a bit more my way here. Yes, that's better. I find personally quite a lot of the time, not all the time, but normally the person who gets the first kill goes on to win the raid. It's only a guideline, it's not a rule, but very often I find that does happen. So as you can see here, you get quite an advantage from taking out one enemy hero. It sort of all builds up from there quite a lot of the time. Gatto can my Gatto can finish off their Gatto, who he stayed dead this time. Thank you, Gatto. It's really quite annoying when he doesn't stay dead. Malia can go off. I got an extra blue, and it's all over. There we go. So again, 4 out of 5. Pretty pleased with that. That will keep me in the tournament. Where am I? Where am I on the leaderboard? 125. So yeah, should hopefully keep me in the top 1%. It'd be interesting to see if the loop was worth the 75 gems that I spent on it. I kind of hope so. I mean, if it isn't, it doesn't matter. But I do hope so. My defence team, I haven't actually checked my defence team. So I've won, I only have one. Out of 20 attacks, I won 14. So, 15, sorry. Not too bad. Defensively, it's much harder to say because mine keep dropping off. I'm obviously winning more than I'm losing, which is all I can really ask for from my defence team. Oh no, I don't particularly want to see their info. I'm not fussed about that. Yeah, so more than winning more than I'm losing, and it does say only my 30 most recent entries are shown. Goodness knows how many are 40 in total. There we go. So I'm not particularly distressed by that. So I think that was pretty reasonable. Pretty pleased with my overall results. If I go into my event quest, I was just sort of keeping people up to date on this. I will do an event video. I won't do it on this one because it's a little bit late now. And I was focusing really on the raid tournaments, but next event I'll try and do it to show people how to get that high score or the higher scores. There are sort of tips and tricks to use. Some of it is an element of luck, but you can create your own luck to some extent. So rare, I know this actually looks like a lower position than I was on last time, but I did manage to boost my score up a little bit. At one point I rose up to about 50th, and I've sort of gradually crept back down again. To really get high scores, you need to have lots of battle items, and I simply don't have the battle items. I'm pretty confident that will keep me in the top 100. I always think it's really annoying that you get a top 100 finish on rare and you don't get the avatar. The avatar is only for the top 10, so the loot does suddenly jump up in the top 10, more so I think with rare than any of the others. Epic, my ranking is 4994. I mean, it's not amazing, but then I have managed to get into the top 1000 before, but this time I'm only going to be aiming for the top 1500. Again, simply don't have the battle items to push any higher. And legendary, my aim is to be in the top 5000, which I should be able to stick with that. Again, top 300, I mean, it's so ambitious to get top 300. Just not going to happen. No chance. No chance of that happening for me. It's a shame because I could really do with like the 60 mineral ores and things like that, but it just is not going to happen. It would, in theory, be possible for me. What I find is, if I can get top 100 on rare, I might get top 1000 on epic. I'm very unlikely to get top 300 on legendary. Possibly if I really, really, really focused on legendary, I could squeeze a top 300 finish. It would almost certainly mean me suffering somewhere else, and that's kind of the balance. I just cannot complete and compete at all levels. I'm vaguely thinking about trying to do one of the other levels and letting rare slip, but as I'm still dreaming of this sort of top top 10 finish on rare, maybe one day, maybe that is where I am. Anyway, as always, it's been emotional. I'm hoping my loot, as I say, will be worth the 75 gems that I've spent. Who knows? But I'm going to keep fingers crossed. I hope everybody else has done all right on the raid tournament. And like I say, I've just enjoyed using my 3 stars again. They don't get to do raids. It's nice. It's been fun. It's nice to bring them out of retirement, so to speak. Anyway, peace out, everyone. May death come swiftly to your enemies. Take care. Farmer Ben.